Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into a pretty popular product on Amazon, the ZELUS Weighted Vest.
Ah, yes, I've seen that one around. It's in the sports and outdoors category, right? Under strength training gear.
Exactly. Specifically weight vests. The full name is quite long. ZELUS Weighted Vest. 6 pound, pound, 8 pound, 16 pound, be 20 pound, be 25 pound, be 30 pound weight vest with reflective stripe. And then it lists all the activities.
Workout, strength training, running, fitness, muscle building, weight loss, weightlifting. Covers a lot of ground.
It really does. So our mission today is basically to unpack this thing. Look at the specs, how you use it, and crucially what actual buyers are saying, the good and the bad.
Right, to help you figure out if it's, the right vest for your needs, we'll look at quality, price, the whole package.
Okay, let's get into it, starting with the basics.
Sure. So the brand is ZLUS. The main material they use is neoprene.
Neoprene, okay. Mostly black, I think, though maybe other colors pop up.
Yeah, usually black, and the weights are fixed per vest.
Yeah.
You buy the 6-pounder or the 8 or the 12, right up to 30 pounds.
But they call the style adjustable. That threw me a bit.
Right, that's about the fit, not the weight itself.
Yeah.
How it secures to your body. We can get into that.
Got it. Okay, so digging into their description, they really push the construction quality.
What do they highlight?
Premium neoprene fabric, double stitching. Sounds like they're aiming for something that lasts.
Makes sense for workout gear. It takes a beating.
And the weight isn't plates, it's iron sand, which they say helps with even weight distribution.
Ah, okay. That's interesting. So less like carrying bricks, maybe, more form-fitting.
That seems to be the idea. They even claim it reduces injury risk because it's more balanced.
That makes sense. Solid weights can shift,
Yeah.
Throw off your balance. Sand should conform better.
Yeah, more stable, maybe safer during dynamic moves.
Definitely something to consider. What about practical features?
Ugh.
Pockets and stuff.
Yep, they thought of that. It's got dual storage pockets, detachable zip ones on the front. Good for a phone or keys, I guess.
Secure storage is always good. Anything else?
And a rear elastic mesh pocket, maybe for a small towel or something.
Could be. And comfort. Workout gear needs to be comfy.
They mention cushioned shoulder straps and non-chafing fabrics, so trying to avoid that annoying rubbing.
Nobody wants chafing. Definitely not.
Plus adjustable elastic straps, that's the adjustable fit part, and reflective stripes for visibility.
Okay, so safety too. Good for early morning or evening sessions.
Right. And they say it's suitable for, well, almost everything. Circuit training, weightlifting, cardio, strength.
Even weight loss, just by adding intensity. Pretty versatile claim.
So how do you actually use it? Seems simple enough.
Yeah, I imagine you just pick your weight first.
Right. Then adjust those elastic straps with the buckle to get it snug, but not, like, constricting.
Mm-hmm. Secure it around your torso. Use the pockets if you need them.
And people still to use it for walking, running, though we should maybe put a pin in the running part, some feedback there.
Okay, noted. What else?
Bodyweight stuff, squats, lunges, even adding extra oomph to weightlifting.
So basically adding resistance to whatever you're already doing?
Pretty much. They also have a little FAQ section.
Oh, what's in there?
Just the basics, really. Benefits adds resistance, improves strength, endurance, the usual stuff.
Makes sense. Any advice on picking the weight?
They suggest starting with something challenging, but where you can keep good form and gradually increase it. They mentioned a size chart, but it wasn't in the source we looked at.
Standard advice, but good advice. Start light, focus on form.
Yeah. And for beginners, focus on posture, listen to your body, don't overdo it. Sensible stuff.
Always good reminders. Any technical specs, like
They-
dimensions.
Yeah, for the 6-pound version, the package is about 11 by 10 by 4 inches, weighs just under 7 pounds total. The vest itself is 6 pounds on the dot.
Got it. And the ASN, that Amazon code.
It's B081JLDJLB. And here's something interesting, the bestsellers rank.
Oh, yeah. How's it doing?
At the time of the data, it was number 6 overall in sports and outdoors.
Wow, number 6. That's huge.
And number 2 specifically in strength training weight vests. So it's incredibly popular.
Definitely selling well. When did it first appear?
March 1st, 2018. So it's been around for a while now.
Okay, established product then, not some fly-by-night thing.
Right. So that covers the official side. Now, the real scoop, customer reviews.
This is where it gets interesting. What's the overall score?
Pretty solid, 4.3 out of 5 stars. And that's from over 8,000 global ratings.
1,000. Okay, that's a lot of opinions. What are the positive themes?
Comfort comes up a lot. People say it's genuinely comfortable, even just for walking around.
That's a big plus. A weighted vest shouldn't feel like torture.
Someone literally said, The weight is evenly distributed, which really helps with posture and comfort. So that iron sand idea seems to work for many.
Posture help is an interesting side benefit. What about durability?
Also gets good marks. People mention solid stitching, strong Velcro. Seems like it holds up to use.
Good. You want something that lasts if you're using it regularly.
Fit is another positive. Generally fits well, easy to adjust, easy to get on and off. Someone said it clicks together in front easily.
Simple is good. And the weight distribution. You mentioned comfort.
Yeah, people definitely appreciate that even distribution. Makes it feel less bulky, apparently.
Okay, so it feels integrated, not just strapped on.
Exactly. And effectiveness, does it actually work? Most say yes. Makes workouts harder, walks more effective.
That's the core purpose, right?
Yeah.
Adds resistance.
Yep. One person was really enthusiastic. Love walking with this on, feeling stronger all over. Seems popular for boosting walks and light cardio.
So if you're mainly a walker looking for more intensity, this sounds like a decent bet based on that.
And value for money comes up too. People feel it's a good product for the price.
Price is always a factor. What's the general sentiment there?
Great product for its price was one quote. Seems like people feel they're getting their money's worth.
Okay. Any comments on the actual design, the look?
Some appreciate that it's kind of low-key, not flashy, just functional. The neoprene feel gets mentioned positively too.
So overall, quite a bit of positive feedback. Seems like it ticks a lot of boxes for many users.
It really does. But it's not all sunshine and roses. There are definitely some negatives we need to talk about.
All right, let's hear the downsides. What's the biggest complaint?
By far. The smell.
The smell. What kind of smell?
A strong one. Often described as chemical, sometimes like gasoline or diesel, comes right out of the package.
Oof, that doesn't sound pleasant, especially for something you wear while breathing heavily.
Exactly. One person put it bluntly. Yes, it smells. Strange diesel-like odor. It's mentioned very frequently.
Does it go away?
Mixed reports. Some say yes after airing it out for a while. Others found it lingered, which is, not great.
Yeah, that could definitely be a deal breaker, especially if you're sensitive to smells. Might be that neoprene off-gassing.
Probably. So that's a big heads up for potential buyers. What else?
We mentioned the weights are fixed for each vest model.
Right, and some people who bought one weight later wish they could adjust it, like add or remove weight from the same vest.
Ah, okay. So if you buy the 12-pound, it's always 12 pounds. You can't make it 10-pound or 14-pound.
Exactly. One reviewer said, only issue is that it is not interchangeable, meaning I can't adjust weight. So less versatility if your strength changes or you want different weights for different exercises.
That's a fair point. Some vests do let you swap out weight packets. This one doesn't seem to.
Another issue mentioned by at least one reviewer was movement during certain activities.
Like bouncing around.
Yeah, specifically the lower part bouncing during running. The reviewer thought it was because it only has that one upper chest strap.
Okay. So maybe not ideal for high-impact stuff like running or things with lots of body movement like yoga or climbing.
That was their take, yeah. Something to consider depending on your primary use.
And anything about bulkiness interfering with moves.
A few people mentioned that. The way the weight is distributed, sort of under the arms and on the sides, can sometimes get in the way.
Like during push-ups or certain lifts.
Exactly. Might restrict your range of motion a little, depending on the exercise.
Okay, so potential limitations for running and specific exercises. Good to know.
So, taking all that in, the good, the bad, where do we land on a recommendation?
Well, it's kind of tricky, isn't it? You've got strong positives.
Yeah.
Comfort, build quality seems decent, good fit, effective for adding resistance, especially for walking. And the price seems right for many.
Right. Lots going for it. But
that smell issue is hard to ignore. It comes up so often. That's a big gamble if smells bother you.
definitely. And the fixed weight is a limitation if you want versatility. You buy one weight, you're stuck with it.
And the potential bouncing during running or interference with some exercises are also valid points depending on how you plan to use it.
Okay, so let's try and give a nuanced recommendation. Who is this vest good for?
I'd say if you're mainly looking for an affordable vest to add resistance to walking, maybe light cardio, general bodyweight stuff,
And you're willing to potentially air it out for a bit to deal with that initial smell.
then yeah, based on the majority feedback, it seems like a pretty solid choice. Good value.
Who should maybe reconsider or look elsewhere?
Well, definitely if you're very sensitive to chemical smells. That's the biggest red flag.
Right. Or if your main goal is running or other really high-impact activities where bouncing would be annoying.
Or if you really want that flexibility to change the weight on a single vest as you get stronger or for different exercises, this isn't the one for that.
And maybe think carefully about which fixed weight to buy. Some people wish they'd gone heavier.
Good point. Don't underestimate yourself, but also don't go so heavy your form suffers.
Okay, so to wrap it up, the ZELUS seems like good value, comfortable, effective for many, especially lower impact stuff.
But that odor is a real and frequent complaint you need to be prepared for. And consider the fixed weight and potential movement limitations.
It really comes down to your priorities, doesn't it? How much does smell bother you? What exercises will you really use it for? What's your budget?
Exactly. And that leads us to a final thought for you to chew on. This smell. Is it just the neoprene off-gassing? Could leaving it outside, maybe in the sun for a bit, actually solve the problem completely?
Or are there other ways to tackle it? Baking soda, special cleaners. And what are the risks there? Could you damage the vest trying to deodorize it? Something to ponder if you're considering this popular but slightly smelly weighted vest.